Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome into News 10 Plus. I am Taylor Gattoni, joined by Claudia Sella. How are you this Friday?
Happy it's Friday. I mean, it was a great week, but I'm happy it's Friday. That's for sure.
Me
How are you?
too. Yes, no, happy it's Friday. Yesterday, I remember you telling me one of these days, it's like, oh, Friday Junior, Friday Eve. I've been using that now because anytime there's a Thursday, it really feels like you lose it a little bit. You go a little crazy or something. You can feel that it's the end of the week. But yeah, other than that, we're good.
I feel like, I don't know. Okay, so I've been out of high school for a long time now. And I feel like even since then, when it's like end of May, early June, I feel like I should be getting out of like school, you know?
Right? And you get like a nice 3-month break of nothing.
Yes. I feel like I'm still on that, like, I expect it, and it doesn't happen. And
You
then,
still have to come into work.
Yeah, like, after Memorial Weekend, I'm like, dang, what? You mean I have to work all summer? But that's just what I feel like. And my mom's a teacher, too, so that doesn't help. She's like, I get
She's like,
I
you have to wake up. Yep. Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, so, but it is, it's a nice, I feel like it's nice to get back into the swing of things. So I don't know if I'd want 3 months off, you know?
I know. I think especially with the news being fast-paced, we would be so behind if we took
Oh
3
my
months
gosh.
off.
I'd
be so stressed.
Feel so lost. But yeah, so it's been a good long week. So ready for the weekend though. But we have a good show for you to hop into the weekend. So
Yes, and yesterday, actually, during Studio 10, you had a little package together story about disc golfing, which is exciting. I was telling Rochelle and Nicole how much I love disc golfing and how
you disc golf?
I disc golf.
Oh.
So we can go disc golfing sometime.
You disc?
Yeah.
I disc.
You
disc?
You disc?
We disc. All right, it's a fun thing to do. You could do it this weekend. Pretty good weather. I mean, Colton will share you some good news where you might not want to go disc golfing. But hey, Studio 10, what do we have going on?
Yeah. So we have a really great music group on the show today that I'm super excited about. Now I know everyone likes Fleetwood Mac, but I'm going to tell you about someone better. It's the Fleetwood 4.
Okay.
So Fleetwood 4, it's a female quartet. They're really great. And the one thing I really like about them is when we think of quartets, I know it's like the old stereotypical like guys with the little hats on
Yep.
and stuff. But women quartets sound like they're so beautiful that it's a very unique sound. So I think that people are going to really like to tune in because you don't often hear it in that style. Like
I haven't.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
It will be really exciting. I'm very excited to see them. It's going to be really fun. And then we also just have really fun talkers because, there's someone like Bib coming into town. I don't know. Colton might tell you all about it.
Oh,
but
we were talking about it this morning at News 10 Plus. Since we didn't have the 11 today, we did a little News 10 Plus, and I think for 15 minutes we were going on and on about Taylor Swift, if you couldn't guess.
So we are going to talk a little bit about her, just a little bit. But I think it's just overall, it's a good Friday show. So you should really tune in at 3 o'clock because we've got a lot on there. And then, of course, we're showing what we have for next week, too. Next week's also a really big week. So it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. So I don't know. You're not going to the concert, right?
No, I wish. I know. I was talking to them because yesterday we did a report on how much tickets are at now. About $1,900.
That's nice.
Yeah, like a good rent price, even like that's a costly rent price.
That's like yeah.
See, I need to pay off my rent, so therefore it's like rent or Taylor Swift.
I know, and I know
need
that
a place to live.
I know that some people say it's the experience, like that's worth it, but I love her, but not that much. Not that.
If she could pay for like a good chunk of that $1,900,
I would go.
yeah.
But
If I could pay $19, you'd see me there in a heartbeat. But I mean, $1,900, that's way different. So you're not going either?
No, I'm not going. But I hope everyone who is going has a great time. But you know who you should listen to? The Fleetwood 4.
Fleetwood 4.
They'll be
So
on
that
at 3.
coming up at 3 o'clock on Studio 10. Thank you so much, Claudia. So like Claudia was saying, you can watch the Fleetwood 4 starting at 3 o'clock, but if for some reason you are unable to tune in at 3 o'clock for Studio 10, there are a variety of resources you can tune into or find ways to stay connected with them. You see their website, their Instagram, their email. Those are great ways to stay in touch with Studio 10 on top of, if you miss any of their what am I trying to say here? Any of their segments, any of their fun things that are happening. They post all of their videos up on their YouTube page at WILX Studio 10. So all you got to do is hit that subscribe button and you can stay tuned with them. But me and Claudia were just talking about Taylor Swift. Oh, I always do this to you. I always chop off your head.
It's
there
okay.
we go. Talking about Taylor Swift.
Yes.
We will get to her at the end of this, but right now we should probably talk about the weather that people might expect for this weekend when they go to Taylor Swift or whatever else is happening. I know Tigers game, Pride festivals, other concerts.
And tons of events around mid-Michigan as well. Gizzard Fest, of course.
Gizzard
Andy's
Fest,
going to be live out there in our 90 Minutes of News. So there's a lot going on, not only in Detroit, obviously, with everything, but also locally. There's tons of events. We're definitely in the thick of event season in mid-Michigan, you know, with all the festivals and things like that going on. Now, something we've been talking about the last couple of days has been the air quality and how there has been impacts because of the wildfire smoke. Today has been slightly better, but we still do have that orange color showing up. So that means that it is unhealthy for people that might have some respiratory diseases or things like that. Things to keep in mind, just kind of limit your time outside if you can. But we should see these kind of improve once we get into the day tomorrow. Our winds kind of change direction a bit. So the smoke, the brightest colors will kind of be away from us. And then we may see some try to filter in on Sunday. But on Sunday, we're going to be talking about clouds and some rain. It is going to be a bit different. So I think today is probably the worst of the day that we'll see with this. It's been a comfortable afternoon. We have temperatures that are in the 70s, mixture of clouds and sunshine out there right now, and we'll see this continue throughout the rest of the evening. So if you do have any plans tonight, temperatures will probably rise another degree or two, get up into the upper 70s, and then they'll quickly fade away tonight into the 60s. But we're not expecting any rain tonight, so if you have any plans, should be okay weather-wise, which is
a
good.
good Friday night.
Yeah, it's good. You know, we need the rain, but it is nice to see the nice weather for tonight. Now, I mentioned this earlier that today does mark 3 weeks since our last rainfall.
That is far too
long.
long.
At least widespread rain in mid-Michigan. May 19th was the last time Lansing and Jackson saw rain. So we definitely need the rain around the area. And we've been talking about how this weather pattern is going to be shifting, and we are going to see more opportunities for seeing some rain. And that is going to come this weekend. Tomorrow, though, lots of graduation ceremonies, I believe. Some people I know that have grad parties tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. It is that time.
The weather is actually going to be okay. We'll see temperatures in the 80s, a lot of sunshine. It is going to be a warm day, but dry.
Any wind factors? I know people with graduation tents. Okay, no wind.
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
not anything that would be causing problems, I don't believe. But Sunday, a cold front's going to come through late Saturday into Sunday, and things are going to be a lot different. We're going to see some rain on Sunday, especially during the afternoon. Temperatures are going to be in the upper 60s, so it is going to be a lot cooler on Sunday. So that's something to be mindful of if you have any plans. I do expect us to see some rain on Sunday.
So light jacket, umbrella.
Right. So what we're going to see is an area of low pressure that kind of meanders across the Great Lakes region beginning Sunday. So when we have one of these nearby, we kind of see waves of showers. It's not going to rain the entire time. I would say the most widespread rain happens Sunday, then maybe a few showers on Monday. Then more rain is likely on Tuesday as the low kind of begins to move off towards the east. So we have 3 days of this that will be stuck with cooler temperatures, stuck with the rain chances, and that's going to continue to be overhead as we head into the second half of the weekend into early next week as well. So I want to show you one of our computer models here, showing you throughout the rest of the evening. No weather-related issues whatsoever. Tonight we'll have those clear skies as well. And then through the day tomorrow, we'll see temperatures warm up into the 80s, and we do have some increase in clouds, maybe late in the day tomorrow. And I can't entirely rule out late tomorrow night that we see a shower or two that tries to come in here, but I think the vast majority of this rain is going to hold off until once we get into Sunday morning. There's the rain, and you can see what happens on Sunday. We'll see some showers around, and it's welcome news. We have not seen rain in so long. We need the rain, and it looks like we're going to see some.
We're welcoming it with open arms.
Right, I do worry about the Tigers game on Sunday, right, at Comerica Park, so we'll see about that. And some people that might have plans on Sunday, it's not the best news. But we need the rain, so we'll take what we can get. And we've been talking about rainfall totals. It's kind of iffy, just because with our computer models, this is kind of a hard weather pattern. When you get one of these lows, it's kind of hard to tell when the rain's going to fall, who's going to see the heaviest rain.
Okay.
So there are some uncertainties here. So when I play this out, hopefully it loads. Yesterday it didn't load, if you remember.
There it goes again.
Something about this time, you know what it is that this particular model is the European computer model, and it's getting an update right now. And that's why it's doing that. And I should have changed it out. So I apologize. I'll move away from this.
Well, hey, join us first at 4 and you will see it updated.
Yeah. And so basically, though, I would say a lot of us are going to see at least a half inch of rain, if not more than that. Some areas could easily pick up more than an inch of rain Sunday, Monday, into Tuesday. And remember, we were talking about this earlier. The type of rain we need is this type of rain, right?
Yes.
You don't want to get an inch of rain in one thunderstorm and it rains for 25 minutes. This is a rain that could last a couple of days, not that heavy, slow and steady. It's really going to help out gardens, going to help out, I'm looking at our MSU Skycam there.
Yeah,
the grass on campus is very brown and just about everywhere too. You can see that right there. Look how brown that's incredible, right?
We were taking a look at it last week and I can tell you it has gotten much more brown since last week.
Yeah, and and we're going to, so even walking around outside this time of, like right now, it just I don't know how to describe it. It just feels dry outside because it has been so dry.
Yes.
And we need the rain. And something to keep in mind, and we've been talking about this.
Is this the roads?
Yes.
Aha, great minds. There we
So
go.
when we go a long stretch, this happens anytime in the summertime, if we go a long stretch without seeing any rain, the roads can actually get slippery when it does rain. And a lot of that has to do with just the fact that all of the grime and the oils and everything that kind of gets on the roads, once you start adding water, it's going to get slippery, right, initially.
Yep, so moving everywhere.
Exactly. So that's something we'll keep in mind as the rain is back in the forecast this weekend, especially on Sunday if you're going to be traveling. You may run into a little bit. I'm not expecting a snowstorm type deal with something like that, but
should be pretty good.
Yeah, so it's just something that we want to be mindful of. But we'll take you back to the 10-day temperature trend.
Yes.
Because we do see those temperatures that'll be in the 60s for a couple of days, and then we warm back up into the 70s and 80s after that rain is done. So it does look like we'll be warming back up. But, mention this if you're watching our News 10 Plus update earlier this morning, is that our weather pattern overall next week is so different compared to what we've been dealing as of late. There are more opportunities for rain. There are more moisture all around. So we're into more of a typical weather pattern into next week. Well, we could have some more daily chances for rain. That may also mean more thunderstorm chances, especially towards the end of next week. So that's something we'll be keeping an eye on. But overall, much different as we get into next week.
Oh, I know. And the large thing you were talking about, especially this time, every single summer there are those graduation parties.
Yeah.
And I know when my brothers were graduating and when I was graduating, my mom's like, okay, we need to make sure that the tents don't blow away, that we have, move things into the garage if it starts raining or anything like that, making sure they're staying on top of their toes with the forecast, making sure they have to readjust, that they can do that before the grad party. But luckily, you said this weekend, this Saturday, will be good. It's Sunday to watch out for.
And I have one more graphic.
And we need to show this graphic.
Ready for it?
3, 2, 1. Woohoo!
Get it? So I had to make a graphic for anyone heading to Detroit for the Taylor Swift The Eras Tour. I am not tired of talking about this, and I'm never going to be tired of talking about this. The weather looks fantastic both tonight. The first show is tonight, and then we have another show tomorrow night. Lots of daylight. Get it? Daylight.
Oh, wait, say that again.
Lots of daylight tonight with the forecast. That's a Taylor Swift song. And then possibly tomorrow night, I mentioned that chance for rain. So that does mean there could be some midnight rain tomorrow night.
You are working
so
all of
that
your
is also
quotes.
a Taylor Swift song. I'm not sure if my boss is approving of what I'm doing here. He's giving me a look.
What else can we throw in?
It's going to be a cruel summer.
It's gonna be a very cruel summer. Oh, why am I blinking right now?
Even if you see some rain, you can shake it off.
Oh, that's good, Colton.
And Claudia Sella gave me a really good idea, and I didn't do it, but I should have done it, is accidentally had another one of those, but it'd be empty, with a blank space on it.
Oh.
So she has so many songs that you can just make jokes, with. And
you need to pull out all of her songs, create a whole list of them.
Well, and I was talking to our creative services department, and Courtney, who works in that department, she was my Secret Santa back in December, and she gave me a card saying it was her that was my Secret Santa, and it had a bunch of song lyrics and song titles mixed into it that she worked into
It was clever.
the card, and it was so clever. I'm not that clever, so that's about as much as I could come up with on the top of my head, but
Better
Lots
than
of
what
fun.
I did.
What'd you do?
I had the blank space, if
Oh.
anything. I know what the song, but I'm like, how do I get this in there?
It's okay. I'll just
Creative.
tolerate it. Sorry, there's so many Taylor Swift songs.
He's so good at this.
Well, I know all of them. Well,
That
not
is
all
true.
of them, but I
I'm
do
trying to
know a
get
lot
back
of them.
on the train.
Yeah. Well, I've been giving you recommendations.
You have been too. We've needed those. Those come through. Thank you, Colton.
No problem.
All right, well, let's go back to the Taylor Swift Eras Tour forecast real quick. Looking like great weather for the following week.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
wait, this happened. Oh my God, this weekend.
Yeah, the first
Word.
show coming up in a couple of hours.
I don't think I want to know what the line looks like.
I am kind of curious, so I know what to prepare for.
Oh, yeah.
Because
So
I'm going tomorrow.
let's take a quick look. We showed this at News 10 Plus during the 11 hour. So on our website right now, what you'll see is that we do have this article up there. Attorney General Dana Nessel warning Michigan Swifties of scammers ahead of Taylor Swift concerts. I know some people maybe are like me and scrambling to find those cheap tickets that won't break the bank. Well, watch out for those scammers. Also, if we can click on that. I forgot that one's not touchscreen. There we go. So Ford Field on their Instagram page is warning fans without tickets to please do not mosey around outside of the stadium. It will be packed. Like Colton and I were mentioning, you have the Tigers game, you have Pride Festival, you have other concerts and just events happening with vendors. You obviously have the Taylor Swift concert, whatever else is happening around just the Metro Detroit area. Do not linger around outside of the stadium if you don't have tickets because it's so busy. I'm sure they're already trying to make sure they keep everyone moving as smoothly as possible and staying safe. So, you don't want to add to the chaos. Make sure that everyone who's going is having a fun time. They paid a lot of money to have a good time. So yeah, let's show that forecast one more time to show what you can expect for this weekend. And yeah, look at that midnight rain. Fits right in.
I like that song too.
I know, it's a good one. Anything else you want to add, Colton?
No, I think that should do it. Weather-wise, yeah.
All right. Oh, I forgot. We still have to talk about what's coming up in our
Yes.
90 minutes of news. We're getting too excited about Taylor Swift. Coming up during first out 4 here on today's Mid-Michigan Matters, you may or may not know that the original Big B Coffee location actually started in East Lansing. So today on Mid-Michigan Matters, we bring in the co-founder and co-CEO of Big B Coffee. We talk about the impact that this popular, I like going there, multiple places. I like multiple coffee places, you as well, Colton. But we'll see how the impact, or how Big B has had impacts in our mid-Michigan area and beyond, which will be super cool. So make sure to tune in first at 4. The News 10 at 5, it is the beginning of summer, unofficially, of course. The official start to summer is June 21st. But we take you to Jackson, where parks are prepping for the fun season, and we share how you can enjoy some free fun at Michigan's beautiful state parks. Now we know something happening this weekend is the free fishing weekend. So if you don't have a license in Michigan to go fishing, hey, free fishing weekend, you are off the hook. See what I did there?
Not bad.
That was my play on words. Okay, coming up, News 10 at 5:30. We've been talking about it all day in the newsroom. Here we go again, Colton. We just can't get enough of her. The Swift storm has hit the Motor City, and it is making some big waves. We talk about how Detroit is preparing for a very busy weekend and why scammers are looking to be busy as well. Don't let them take advantage. And then News 10 at 6, Michigan State Police have 46 new members of the department. So we take a look at the graduation where some homegrown troopers will be posted, and in the Great Lakes State. So that'll be exciting. And then as Colton mentioned earlier, Andy Provenzano will be live during our 90 minutes of news at the Gizzard Festival. He's going to have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But we want to turn it to some of our reporters who have big stories that they're working on today. Starting with Riley, then we'll head to Justin, and then we'll head to Aaron.
Thanks, Taylor. Former President Donald Trump is facing his second indictment, this time on charges of mishandling classified documents. The former president is expected to appear in court in Florida next week. I'm News 10's Riley Connell. I'll tell you how local experts are breaking down this case and talking about its impact on national security on First at 5. Justin, tell us what you're working on.
Thanks, Riley. The grass out there is really dry. It looks more like hay than blades of grass. Coming up, I'm going to give you some advice on what you can do to help your lawn out. Now over to you, Aaron.
Thanks, Justin. I'm Erin Bowling, and I'm on MSU's campus today because they just announced their distribution plan for the Spartan Strong Fund. After the mass shooting that took place on campus in February, more than 4,000 people donated to the fund, totaling $2 million. I'll have what they're using the money for and how they came to those decisions on News 10 at 6. Taylor, back to you at the desk.
All right, Riley, Justin, Aaron, thank you so much for sharing what you have coming up during our 90 minutes of news. Oh, look at that.
We
Two turned into 3.
Yeah, we got someone new, but not really.
Do you want to step up or do you want to stay there?
I'll stay right here.
Yeah.
All right, I have my little box to make me appear taller.
Yeah.
So they look a little bit shorter. Brian Bonkowski is here.
This is our 11 p.m. producer, and today is his last day with us here at WXYZ, correct?
Correct.
So moving on over to Detroit, which is a great accomplishment. That's a big TV station, right, and a big TV market.
Oh, yeah.
So we just want to congratulate him and wish him all the best of luck and pull him onto the CTV desk. He had no idea that we were doing this.
Colton just walked off and went, "You're coming over here."
Well, he sits right off, so he always produces the 11 p.m. newscast, works closely with David and Ann to get that newscast going, so we appreciate his hard work.
Yeah.
So thank you, Brian.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Of course, you're always a friendly face to see in the newsroom. You're always super kind, and you know what you're doing. You do a good job. That's obviously why you're moving up. But anything you want to say, you can step up on the box. I'll step down.
I'd just like to say thank you to everybody here. This is a little different to me. Usually I'm behind the screen, not in front of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great pleasure to work here, and I thank all my coworkers for making this last year something I'll remember forever.
Yeah. Well, we all wish you the best, too.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you guys.
Look at that cake that you
Okay,
have
now
over
you
there.
can. David made him a cake, too.
I'm signing off.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you, Brian. And thank you for all joining. Thank you all for joining. There we go. It's Friday for sure. News 10 Plus today. We will be back. Studio 10 will be up at 3 o'clock and then followed by First at 4. So make sure you tune in. Until then, have a happy Friday and have fun and be safe if you're going to the Taylor Swift concert. We will see you guys later if I can find them. Thank you for watching. Thanks for watching.